Hello, my name is Ute Luppertz. I am an animal communicator and a pet death doula. And this is part of a little series where I talk about insights and things that I have experienced in my life with animals. And today I wanted to talk to you about consent. And consent means that I am paying attention to their body language and that I'm paying attention to touch. Yeah, we often expect that our dogs should endure all kinds of touch when they're little, that we pick them up, that we carry them around. We try to pick up our cats, you name it, you name it. And with the bigger ones, bigger dogs, or with a horse, I think consent is as important. Yeah, so I see a lot of people be needy because it is really fulfilling a need for us when we can pet them, when we can hold them, when we can snuggle with them. And many of us look for animals that are snuggly and like to sit on our laps or what have you, right? And I think that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And what I want to point out today is like us, they're not always ready. And most animals are what I would say too polite to let us know. And by the time they are cornered and they're not polite anymore, then they get a bad rap. Say a dog starts growling or so, and I hope that that is not anything that you experience. But like many of us, the nervous system of animals is very individually different. One of my dogs can handle a whole lot more pets than the other. I have two dogs right now who live with me, right? And the main thing is that with my animals, even though they have lived with me for a long time, I let them initiate contact because then I know they're seeking it out and I take that as an invitation. I do not throw myself on them because I can't sleep at night, right? Or whatever might be happening. So I really, when I talk about consent, I mean that pay attention to their body language, like especially a lot of cats, you start petting them, and then there's a moment when it gets too much, and that can happen quite quickly. Or our dogs, we often use what I call gorilla body language because we are like those mammals. And, and then you see a dog just turn their head away or wiggle their head out. And for many dogs, that means it is too much. It is uncomfortable. It is not a natural state. So I want to invite you to observe and to really check, do they want to be touched? And that is not like I can say yes or no, or yes, please, thank you, or no, I don't want to do this. Our animals have to use body language, and sometimes it's very subtle, and sometimes it's not so subtle. And when it's not so subtle, most likely they have been overstimulated already in their nervous system. So for me, consent is a big one in the sense that I really observe what can they handle and how um, am I going on automatic pilot when I just stroke them and I scroll on my phone or watch Netflix or whatever it might be. So this is another invitation for you to use your awareness and see what can they tolerate. Do they want to be picked up? Do they need to be on the floor? Are they amenable to my attempts to connect with them physically? And if they're not, like you and I, maybe you give them a breather and maybe you see that this is a nervous system response where it is a little too much. And hopefully that is not the case very often. In the meantime, like I would do it with you, I will ask you for permission. Is it okay to do this? Is it okay to do that? And you don't have to ask for permission, but consent is a big one. And that can be an energetic gesture that you treat them as equals in that regard, that they sometimes can handle a lot of physical proximity and sometimes they don't. I hope this was inspiring for you. I'd love to hear from you. So let me know what you observe. Let me know how are your animals doing with physical touch and what are you learning about when it actually works for everybody involved and when it doesn't. So thank you so much for listening to this and reach out if you want to. I have a website, I have an email. I'm on YouTube. I'm here and I'm very happy to connect with you. Thank you so much. And this is it for today. Bye for now.